There are abandoned sewers with less leaks than this game. There was a list released a little while back of a bunch of characters that would supposedly be in Multiversus. And you know, you had some good ones on there. You had like Beetlejuice. Oh, that's good. He could be fun. Ron Weasley. I've been working on like not being so negative because people have been calling me a hater. Not on the internet, but like in real life. They've been coming up to me and to my face saying, bro, you're kind of a hater. So when that happens, there's something wrong. You need to dial it back a little bit. So trying to be a little more positive. That being said, Ron Weasley, what? But there's one character on that list that a lot of people seem to be a little bit more negative about that isn't as justified. That being the Wicked Witch. And this is actually scientific proof that people are dumb. Whenever you hear people talking about what characters they want in a crossover fighter, you know, you usually hear them bringing up beloved characters, sure, but the moveset doesn't necessarily come first in a lot of people's minds. They just think, ooh, Sora! Sora would be cool in my favorite little Smash game. Please put Sora in, ooh! Listen, as far as the Wicked Witch goes, she would be a character that represents a part of Warner Brothers history that goes past Looney Tunes, and we don't have that yet. You know, she's a classic character. She'd fill a void in the roster, blah, 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 blah. What we're really here to talk about is the moveset. What's that? You don't believe me? You think the game that got LeBron James to be a character can't get the Wicked Witch to work? Well, then there's only one thing to do. Let's go through the entire movie. Old lady threatens dog son. Weatherman with sweaty pits. Boom, we are in Oz. Dorothy accidentally takes out the Munchkins' #1 omp and is now celebrated as a hero when suddenly... Wait a minute, that's just ripping off Zelda from Smash. Guys, I don't know what you want me to do. This is kind of unavoidable because the scene is so iconic, so you have to include this in her kit. The teleport is literally an explosion, so it kind of has to be like the Zelda up B. Found the yellow brick road. Scarecrow bust it down sexy style, assault and barkery. Tin Man hits the stanky leg, enter witch.
Wanna play ball?
This is actually the first attack she does in the movie, so perfect fit, you gotta include it. This one's pretty self-explanatory. A mid-range projectile that would inflict a burn type status. Not that much to say about this move, it's just she throws a fireball at you. You get it. You know what I'm saying. Lions and tigers and bears, holy freaking shit. Fight me, punk. Fight me, loser. If only I had the knife. In this scene, the witch summons a field of cursed flowers to put the gang to sleep. This could be an AoE that lingers, kind of like something that Rain Dog would set up. It wouldn't do damage, instead opting to build a sleep status condition. The longer an opponent stays in your poppy field, the more it builds up, and it'll eventually stun them if you can keep them in there long enough. This move could have a decent sized cooldown, since I know the game gets off on that. Ring doorbell out of order, new horse skin just dropped in the Marion Land of Oz.
The Emerald City is faster lightning!
This is the part of the moveset I'm most excited for. It paints a picture of a lightweight character that can't afford to get hit near the edge of the screen, but has a tool that encourages them to chase their opponents to the edge of the screen for that last hit that seals out a stock way earlier than they should have got it. It's that risk-reward system that's like, ooh, this character's kind of nice, this character's kind of fun. Because you can chase them out there with the broomstick, but you better land that hit, because if they hit you while you're out there, uh-oh. To push the idea that the broomstick is only there for high-risk, high-skill gameplay, the Wicked Witch would need to be pretty lightweight. That way, in normal situations where most characters would fall to their death, and obviously, oh, she has a flying broomstick, so she gets knocked off stage and she's fallen, she just flies back up. She need to be light enough to where in those situations, she's actually getting launched down. So it's just dangerous to go off stage whatsoever with her. Me lion, me want courage. Bring me the witch's broomstick if you bad. Hey, what's the Land of Oz's policy on open carry? Tight.
Take special care of those ruby zippers. I want those most of all. Now fly! Fly!
Okay, I know I called the teleport iconic, but really the flying monkeys are gonna be the main part of her move set where people are like, oh, from the movie! Imagine, if you will, the witch hits you off stage. She brooms over to smack you one last time, and then calls in a flying monkey to carry you off the screen before teleporting back to ledge. That is sick nasty. In the following scene, we are introduced to the hourglass. In the scene, the witch sets the hourglass and says when it runs out, Dorothy will die and the ruby slippers will be hers. Now obviously, Dorothy is saved before this comes to pass. But what if it didn't? The witch would set down the hourglass, and after a certain amount of time passes, her opponents would take a huge chunk of damage unless they destroy the hourglass before the time runs out. A skilled witch player will be able to use her ranged options like the fireball and flying monkey to keep her opponents at bay, while somewhat inexperienced witch players will very much struggle to get any use out of the hourglass. Like I said, she's a lightweight character. She's not gonna do well in upfront confrontations. The fact is, if Superman decides he's breaking your hourglass, bro's probably breaking your hourglass unless you're an above average witch player. But you know, even if they end up destroying the hourglass, it's still something that gives you control over the flow of the fight. Like if someone's playing keep away too much, and the witch being more of like a mid-range player, could put down the hourglass, and now all of a sudden these characters that have better range than you have a reason to get a little closer. And so it gets you a little bit more control. Which plays well to the witch, because she was like kind of controlling and manipulating scenarios throughout her movie. So that's true to her character, guys. What a good design. And also this leads to pretty cool setup, like hourglass and then poppy field. And now it's like, oh, you can get close to destroy the hourglass, but you better be quick, or you're gonna get put to sleep and then you're a sudden duck. So kind of some cool scenarios you can make with that. The spearmen that guard the witch's castle could also be a summon, similar to the flying monkey. First, I thought it could be something that you summon and then he stands in place and just whacks people when they get close. But that would kind of be too good in combination with hourglass. So I thought it could just be a grounded version of the flying monkey, where it charges forward with the spear. But now, like, they hold their spear out in attack, so they got a little more range than the flying monkey, but also it's not a grab. It just does damage and launches horizontally. No, I'm doing Zelda again. No, that's her side B. To clarify, the fireball would not work like Din's fire. The fireball would be over, like you chunk it overhead. It's like in an arc, and then it lands on them. It wouldn't go straight. I'm not trying to copy Zelda, guys. I promise. And this is outside of the move set. This is the cool little thing that I would like. But on the defeat screen, if she could be melting, that would be great. I think that'd be so cool. I'm a little bit of a hypocrite. I made fun of people for, oh, let's just put in characters that we like because we're little fanboys at the beginning of this video. But as I wrote the script, I realized, no, wait, I really like the Wizard of Oz, and I think the Wicked Witch is kind of cool. So I guess I'm a dumb fanboy. My first thought when I saw that leak was, oh dang, that moveset would be tight. I don't know, man. I think she'd be cool, even though I now realize, now that I'm here recording this video, that I am biased. But I mean, it's better than Ron Weasley. Ron Weasley? What are we talking?